Oh, there, hello. It is me again, Tiny Pirate. How are you? So, a few small things have happened. Did a little bit of fiddling this evening. I threw in a bunch on our amazing ship from the last episode. I threw in a bunch of accumulators, and this thing now easily travels across the known universe. So that's basically going to be the start of our design. But actually what I want to do is kind of want to mess fundamentally with this design to create... What's going on? I'm getting some weird cabling issues and autosave issues. Okay, cables behave. Oh yeah, I have this on the right way around. Cool. So where were we? We want to plop this. I'm just gonna this. Okay, just chill. No. Okay, we're going to plop this about here. Oh, okay, we don't have anything in inventory. Okay, well that's fine. Just above some other stuff. So I want to create that kind of stripped down, slimmed version, essentially, like this, right? Just keep clicking till it's happy. And this is going to be for the near space shipping of stuff everywhere. That's the basic plan. I'll strip these out for now, and this and all of this pipe work. Oh, which makes, yeah, I can't really use the blueprint again. Where is it? Like that? Yeah. Okay, so let's just have a little look. See, I figure this is a good kind of rough place to start. I'm hoping to be able to create a thin version that can handle being only sort of 2 projector beam thingies wide. So I might even start by putting it there. Wham. And now I'll make it a bit blunter as well. That's the plan. So I thought it was go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of being 7, it's 6. So that would mean... Oh, apparently drones need to do stuff for me. Like deliver. No, come on. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Get rid of the pipes and the power. Yeah, why won't you... Do we want to be there? Well, we do, except now we can't fuel anything. Actually, okay, we need to move this one all over 1. Okay. Can't even get rid of that. What are we looking for here? There? Like that? Yeah, I think we are. And just paint some stuff down for now. And then we want this to be... like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is probably sufficient. And that one too. Just want to have a little check. Is that the same? No. Okay, we're almost there. I'm convinced of it. Yeah, okay. So I think a 5 engine kind of stumpy craft will do the trick. It'll also give us more frontage. You always got a front, don't you? That's what the kids say today. So plan will be, this will be for hooning back and forth between the local system, essentially, or around the local system. It's going to be largely an automated craft, so I'm not going to do anything too fancy and divide the engine bays up or any of that silliness that I get a bit obsessed with. So we want to have it kind of there. How much room is it going to need? I don't think... if we were to just... no, come on. We do want a little bit of a door. Something like that. We'll see. I think maybe one more to avoid it being too blunt. Because the bluntness does slow down the ship. Okay, we put that in, and we put down a console, and not the fun kind either. You what? Integrity check? What's the difference here? Is it because they don't fully overlap there? Could I... is it this? I mean, actually, if we just took that off to start with, would it be happy now? Okay, I'm quite confused. What doesn't it like? That it was fine with over here. Oh, they're actually not. Ah, okay. Ah. There was actually quite a gap. Okay. That should be fine now. Okay. There's some energy complaint. Or it's more likely that, yeah, there's just some bits of this ship that aren't actually there, if that makes sense. Okay, cool. So if stuff isn't inside walls, it tends to not be attached. Okay, it's pretty happy. Oh, the streamline is pretty terrible, so we do need to have another little go at that, just to make it a bit better. I mean, I don't need these ships to be the fastest. Let's have a look. 90%. It's not too crazy. Now, where could I effectively place these? See, that's pretty good because it covers everything. Have to get rid of that. Fueling will need to be... So I suspect this ship is still going to be actually really, really fast. might even... No. There. Might even replace my mine as a choice of personal shuttle kind of thing. I'm just going to put these in here now like this because... Yeah, that would be fine. And then a outbound. It will need a stack of power. So I have found that... Hey, that's pretty sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will need to put one of these in. How many lasers across the front do we think? It's going to be a few. Docking port needs to be on the right hand side too, or left hand side. And it's kind of a stumpy teardrop, isn't it? We haven't got names for these yet, but maybe we'll have to go with stumpy teardrop type names. I have a hunch that that is plenty, but it feels a little short on not necessarily on speed, but I do want to try and have these doors as kind of tidy as possible. So we can just get in and out of the ship easily. We're also going to need some chests. Okay, my plan is rapidly spiraling out of control into some kind of uselessness. I actually think I need the ship to be a little longer. So what I kind of need is for all of this, which I do quite like, to be up to about here. And just do that. No. Okay. Does that actually... okay. It's a little close, but in some ways... Hang on. Oh, okay, well... we've got a situation here. Let's just tidy up this side. Do I move these forward one? So I can fit in more solar panels. And a lot of chests need to go in as well. That's worth considering. Yeah, I mean, I'm still liking the design. I think it is going to be quite efficient for what it does. I'm pretty sure that's plenty, which gives us a lot of room for logic. These are so big. If I was to take one little square there and one little square there and do that, which would look really terrible. What is it? Yeah, it's not too bad. I could put that over there and that over there, and now there would be a very tiny gap. I reckon that tiny gap is fine. Yeah, I do want to smooth off that end because it just looks a bit dumb right now. Technical term. I also want to get slightly over 90%. No, not that way. Alright. What? Come here. Okay, teardrop. That's probably good enough for me. Okay. Take these up. Pick them up that way, much quicker. I should really put some of this stuff down here that I keep using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 lasers out front. That should be plenty. Is there any advantage to running different pipes through here? You don't. No, actually. Would this be beneficial? I think not. It makes almost no difference. Likewise down here, except arguably arguably I could put lights down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. That's such a bum. Now I can get 5 lights in. I just quite like having my little battery charge lights. And that seems like quite a cute place to have them, right down the spine of the ship, right? It does mean I'm going to have to put in 2 combinators though. Or 3 like that, so we can have red, yellow, and green. And even easier, we can hook these up like you're going to output the C signal, and we're going to use colors, and if C is greater than 20, we'll do 10, and you're going to be 30, and you're going to be 50, you're going to be 70, and you're going to be 90. And now what we need to do is to dislike. Output the red, and we'll just hopefully just there we go, little power gauge. That's adorable. What else can we can definitely jam more stuff in here, which will be handy. Might actually move this to here, and what can go in here? Combinators. probably... Of course, that never pans out exactly how you wish, does it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, actually, these should all go up slightly. Oh, ooh, do we need a drone charger? Big question. Probably do. Okay. All right. So I think this will work. I think this ship's going to be pretty great. Is it going to be higher 90% this time? I think so. Just nope. Okay. So very low hull stress. Oh, no container space. So we will want to put in some of these containers. So this one is the one that's going to go out to the sun. We're going to send this one to the sun first. It's the safest. So we want 200 of those. So I'm just putting a chest in for each one, so it's really easy to visually tell what's going to be in each. We need those. That we need the solar probes, which is I think 96 in here. 96. This one, oh, we actually need 3 boxes, but nah, whatever. This one in theory needs 96 of these. I need space for one more, you little minions. Just actually I'm gonna put you guys all up here. What do these do? 48. What if I just did this and yeah, that works. And then I just requested 48 times 96. No. 48 times 50. 2,400 solar data. Bang, bang. There's the data, there's the minions, there's the things. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure that is a pretty ideal setup. Oh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's very lucky. 13 power. That should be way more than enough for this job. What we do need to do now is set up combinators. So, we almost forgot our little darling device, which I should have checked docks to the right or correct side. Pretty sure it does, but okay, well actually I mean that's not can't move the engine. No. Bollocks. Well, actually, you know what? We're not going to be on this shop very often once it launches, so it doesn't need, like, in my mind, it doesn't need maximum accessibility. There we go. So you're 101, aren't you? Going to the sun. I seem to recall that's what we set up. And it's going to dock, and it shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll just be able to plonk out the other side. Yep. So that actually gives us a bit of room, but we will fill that. We've got supplies for the station itself, which it won't actually take unless I'm very lucky. Drones just don't sit in boxes in my I'm just immediately try to fly out the door that isn't there. See, like I might be able to grab some. Yeah, I'll grab some and shove them in this box. And they're going to stay there. No, they're going to stay there? Okay, no, they are going to stay there. Unless they get taken out by something. There we go. I'm hoping nothing else in the network wants to pull them out. No, what am I doing? They're in the wrong box. There. So that's just to help top up the other end. Otherwise, we'll run out of bots. Okay, so, good. I take the step pretty slowly. So we need to have from this system 1, 2. So we need to check charge. That's 1. Fuel 2. When we're leaving, we need to check that these have stuff in them. That's 2 of them. We need to check that we're in the right place, and then we need to send the go signal. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll just choose a slightly closer battery. That we're putting all these signals onto this pole, and you're going to output C, and we're going to input also the fuel status, and then we're going to put them into the inputs on all of them, because all of these need to read the inputs, all these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're all reading the input, just in case you're wondering what's happening. And on the pylon you can see I've got 3 or 4 signals there. There's a bunch of different signals in the bottom right. A is 748, so we need to first of all say A equals 748, which is where we are now. Does A equal 748? If it does, then output 1, not an I, output a tick. It doesn't really matter what it is, but we're going to make it a tick. Mouse over, yes, there's a tick. Now we're going to look for the C signal, which is also on the same thing. If the C signal is greater than 90, output a tick. It is greater than 90, then we'll do fuel. Oh, and I, of course, like immediately try and fly out that side. Alright. Why don't we just fill in at least a bit of this stuff. Need some fuel. So, put that there. Come over here. Actually, we'll go to here. Okay. So I have been just backing up the fuel because I want it to do a bunch of work on the other ship before I send it anywhere else. Okay, so send out some fuel. Do that. Do that. And fuel will now flow. Good. So that takes exactly 50k. So as soon as it's over about 40k, should be plenty. So when the antimatter stream is greater than 40k. Now the thing that I need to start worrying about is how to both get more Arcospheres and then do this whole Arcosphere flipping magic. So I've been Googling it, and with luck my brain won't fail when I'm trying to do it, because we got the A, we got the C, we got the this. Oh, we need to put this and this onto the inputs as well, which we'll just do there. So now, as you can see, the signals in the bottom right, because they're all in that big green loop, have connected up, and we got 96 of those rockety things and 50 of the satellite launchy things. So I actually don't really care about completely filling. It is kind of tough. There's a pretty high resource demand. So I'm just going to say as long as you got more than 50, I'm probably pretty happy. Especially because I want this ship to actually test. Input count. Yep. And if you've got more than 50, greater than 50 solar probes, I'm also going to be really happy, and I want a tick. Give me tick. So now I can see, now we've got all of them admitting ticks, and what we're going to do is give it a destination that it's going to fly to under these conditions, which will be on this constant combinator. So what I need to do is go to look at the sun. Okay, the hierarchy thing, I don't know why that's not working. Caladius orbit is Sun 746. So we want to go to Sun 746, and the signal we're going to send is launch. Yes, we need a second. This is a second one which just has a very basic signal of the left hand side is 101, and I want you to dock to the right hand side. The left hand side 101 when you get to your final destination. And the speed you can go, we're gonna just say you can go 500. It won't, but you can. So that's the order it always has. It always knows that. Now we have to connect up these outputs. So these are the output signals, got all these ticks, and we're going to connect them to this input. So this input is currently picking up 4 ticks. You can see it when I mouse over the input and mouse over that combinator. And we have the flying order, which I'm going to add to the red signal. So now the red signal includes flying orders and 4 ticks, but there's no decision on what to do with that. So we need to connect all of these. No, that's the wrong one. Okay. Oh, this one hasn't got green on it. Okay, so green on the here, we'll take that one to there. Okay, cool. So now they're all connected up. It's got a green, and now we connect all these outputs to red, and then we connect them to here. And what we've got here is 5 total ticks, and the orders to fly 2746. But we don't currently have the order going into here. So what we're going to do is when the ticks equal 5, send out, and this is a special command, everything with a value of 1. I think that's what it is. Oh no, with the input count. So 7485, which will ignore, and the launch command. And now when I hook that up, it should be green for go. Yes. And now womp. Oh, we have to do a check because it's never been flown before. So it doesn't know what it's going to do. How are we looking like? I wonder if any rocks can get through the middle. I suspect not. But I can also, I don't know if that really does anything, but I'll do it anyway. Kind of looks like a very sore tooth. What is our power system like? Alright, not generating. Oh, sometimes it's generating a bit more, but never peaking out. How fast are we going? 260 is honestly pretty quick. Not quite as quick as a big ship, but it's still, you know, they'll be able to get across the system in about a minute. And this is plenty enough to move a bunch of science around at a pretty cheap price. No, it's going to autosave. Yeah, it's going to only pick up... It's only going to use a really tiny amount of antimatter each time. Maybe a couple of thousand? It seems to be cranking. So I have yet to name this ship in any way. So if you do have names for them, let me know. Alright, so sometimes the accumulators kick in, but usually the lasers are... Usually the solar panels are keeping up. There's only 3 of them, but they're pretty meaty. 280? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'm just trying to see, I'll be able to jam in, like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, I probably can jam in more accumulators. It's gonna be not accumulators, combinators for the logic. This is getting a little tight. I can put one here as well, so that will help. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, what are we looking at? 14 seconds? 14 seconds at my very slow FPS UPS. So this, I'm pretty sure, is basically going to work as an automated sun science, energy science for whatever it is thing that I'm trying to get. I really hope these two do. I think they overlap because I can see that pale green in between and it touches. They actually do slightly overlap, so I'd like to imagine the graphic. There we go. Landed. Excellent. Now let's check the overlay. Yes, I actually need another one of these. Slightly... yes. Yes, why won't you do that? Oh, energy shield is in the way. Okay. Oh, is that bad? No, but it does make this a bit of a lie. Okay, cool. Alright, come back here. Is that energy shield in the way there? I have a feeling it is, but it's just forgotten that that's a problem. Get rid of this. Okay, those just serve to remind me where the edges of our zone are, because what we've got going here is these requester chests, or these chests here, pull from these, and likewise this, or from this red one, and this blue one here pulls from these storage, these buffer chests. If you connect the two networks together, you get these horrible loops going on. This way, everything gets drained out, dumped into one of these, then moved into the other network, and then the drones on this side then consequently load these bad boys up. And that works out really well. And they bring ammunition over, and they can sometimes move drones over as well. Except, oh, actually, what am I doing? Of course, request from buffer chest. That one I'm not sure about. I haven't decided. Yeah, maybe I will do it. Request from buffer. Now they, what I'll do, yeah, they're going to sit there blocked off. And 50 will sit there. And then over here, this chest requests, yeah, this chest requests the the drones 50 at a time, but it only works if there's less than 150 drones in the whole network, which just tries to keep drones topped up. And now you see it's putting drones into the network. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So we can work on our return logic now. For return logic, we don't really care about, well, what do we care about? We care about the final logic destination, which I like to put there. We do not care about, we care about, do we really even care about the charge? Like, the charge is always going to be crazy high here. We don't care about charge. We care about the storage. We care about the location. And that's kind of it. 2.4K, 2.4K. So is that really, what did I calculate out? 2,400. So as soon as it's, okay, cool. So in this case, I'm going to, I'm going to add more signals to the network. So to the pole. So now the pole is going to have all kinds of crazy signals on it. And we're going to input, we'll steal the input from here and put it on here and here. And we'll say that when the science is equal to 4800, send a tick, which it's sending a tick. Yep. Now when the where are we right now? We're on the A value is 746. When we're at the location sun, no, when we're at A value equals 746, send a signal tick. Beep beep, it's done that. Actually, no, I'm going to move this one to here. And then we're going to input, take the output. So we'll take one tick here, put it in there. We will get one of these and put it, there's good. And this is going to say, go to the orbit, planet orbit 748. I can remember that. That's Novice home and launch. And we'll, what do we do? Did we do a red wire for that? Yeah, apparently we did. Yeah. Put that on a red wire as well. And then the go signal is a green wire. So, now we got to say that when ticks equal to, it's a really simple logic return on this, output everything with the input count. So now it has go 248 launch or 748, and it's going to try and launch at the same grid location. I don't have that set, so actually why don't I just set that so we have a fully automated automated. I don't have it at all. I've never landed one. Okay, that's fine. That's actually I was going to, I was actually even going to just tear this up because I kind of want to think carefully about how I get back there. So, yes, now we're ready. Take that green signal from the output to the input there. And away we go. Alright. That should be enough automation. So I'm pretty pleased with that. That's a really nicely fast little ship. And it's pretty small. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Don't fly away from me. Oh my god. I think you just have to respawn if you get stuck. Holy heck. We're just gonna put a little little wall. I can still get caught, apparently, but it's a little harder for me to get caught. Oh man, that would have been really bad. I think I'd have just flat had to respawn and died in the middle of space and lost all my junk. Losing all my suit would be annoying because I don't have any backups for it. Yeah. Actually, one of the things I want to do is also, I think I just want to carry around like 100 of these at all times. And then the drones, can we... There's probably not any of this in the Jolly network, is there? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I'll be back here one day and I'll remember to put some repair stuff in and to create a little repair handover thing as well. Well, we'll do that some other time, but for now we're traveling. And we're going to have to duplicate this thing and make sure it works for somewhere else as well. 90% streamlined. Could be a bit more streamlined, but I like the fact that I have a lot of lasers out front. It's not relying on the front lasers to protect the ship. It's got like a full bank of 8 or so, 9, or all 10 of them before anything can even get close. And what has it used so far? Yeah, it's going to use like, what, 2k each way? Antimatter? That's really not very much at all. That's awesome. Like how we haven't even touched the sides and the power. That's awesome. That's really good. I like this. It's really nice and tight. Trying to fit in the whole steam or nuclear generation or other kind of generation is painful. Okay, so what I want to do is I actually want to load the pondering. I want to. Oh, I can just do it in the middle here. I want to be able to take all of the sun signs and put it in chests and load it into trains to leave, basically to leave the system or to leave the deck here. That seems pretty good. We will pair you. Yeah, 101, 101. You will need some fuel, so we'll do that too. It's probably basically not going to go anywhere now because 4, 5, and 6, because there is simply not enough demand for this science. Whoop, it kind of works. Yeah, we'll just do that. Alright. So now what we'll do is we'll set up the outbound station. Loading left. And I think... we will do something over here with a large requester warehouse. Oh, I need to... Actually, I think I'm just going to balance them like this. Yeah, it's going to be really, really, really basic because the throughput's pretty low. Put in here, what is this anyway? 512 times 50 times 50. 25,600 science, solar science. This one, 25,600. Request from buffer chests. Wham! Now we'll see all this flow. This stuff will slowly fill up a little bit. Oh, some of this I've kind of got to automate better from the surface because it's a little bit manual right now getting these pod things up. Do I even need them down here? Whoa, why are you all sitting there and not... There must be a lot in orbit. No, I want 500 in orbit at all times, thank you very much. So, that's loading up. Those are emptying. Those are going to get some goodies in them. But no drones. I want to find a way to get drones out of the network and put them in boxes as a buffer so they can be picked up and taken around. But I'll be stuffed if I can actually figure out how to do that. So I just do it manually right now. Like, doesn't hurt to drain a few more out. We send up buckets of them. So that'll definitely top up the other planet. It's currently waiting on... It's got 4 signals, so these chests need to be emptied. It might just take off any minute. Oh, it's waiting for the... Okay, so it's got plenty of those. It needs more of these. What are we doing in that space? How are you going, solar robot machine? What are you short on? Ah, okay. Really? It seems really weak. Is everything working okay over here? Yes. Oh, yeah, let's just leave that off. There's a bit of a buffer delay there. Alright, so that ship to me is pretty jolly fantastic if you ask me. So, one of the things I can do with this is I can, of course, blueprint it. Tier shuttle, we'll just call it the tier shuttle. I think it's pretty sweet exactly as it is. I don't have any... What is the... Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Gonna give it the icon for the first thing we generated with this, the space probes. And put it in this book. I don't know, somewhere down there. And we're gonna need to create at least 2 of them. And I'm sort of tempted to see what happens if I try and create... where would that sit? If I just lined it up like that. Okay, it actually can put down all that stuff, which is kind of funny. But we'll put the proper stuff under it if it's capable of doing that. Is it? It sort of is. No, has it got it under here as well? Yeah, it has. Okay, great. Oh, I accidentally got stuck on the ship. Tier shuttle, just in case again. What are we waiting for here? Oh, some of these things are only in my inventory, I suspect. No, I don't want those. We want the asteroid belt probes. 96, was it? Yes. 2,400 of these. Requesting. Oh, these are actually being delivered, so we got drones coming in. Oh, that was done. Put our little tooth gap. Everything else is pretty sweet. This is 102, so we do need to change all the signals. And this is 102. Yeah, we will have to change that. 102 to start with. 102. Actually, if I went to calendar system, So this is asteroid belt 765. Okay. Asteroid belt 765. Yes, yes, yes. A is that, C is that, that is that, that is that. This one will have to be greater than 50 for those. And on the way back, we need space probes greater than 48k. That is that, that's that, it's charging, does need fuel. Oh, and we might as well do our loading down here. I kind of do still want to do the box off to one side. And then the big box and some loaders. Yoink. Actually, can we get one more in? So we can. I'll remember that one for the top one too. So you will want to be requesting, what was it? Summer calculator, 25,600. I like to see the actual number so I can just know at a glance. Okay, cool. Is this actually wow? Oh, it just went and cranked into it and did it. 768. Oh, we do. Yeah, that's right. We do actually have some orders up in the actual production facility requesting. Well, I shouldn't stand on there. I might get taken away. So what are you looking for? You got 30 of 96. Ah, okay, cool. That makes sense. You're waiting for the remaining probes before you go back. But realistically, does it? No, probably doesn't matter if you take your time. 87 and 52. So this one's actually good to go as soon as we hook the fuel up, basically. Okay, took the long way around. I better get on the ship quick. This, yeah, so we're going to need to, we are going to need to make one for the Arcospheres and all of that, which I kind of want to slim this down. I'm going to try and take a copy of this all the way out, but when I did it last time I needed that full bank of energy storage, and what I could do is tear up all the solar panels to do it, because the solar panels won't touch the sides. Most of the trip is in deep space. It does get topped up at the other end by any of the visiting ships, so we'll need to put a charge on it or it will not be happy. But the amount of buffer I can get from just using a ton of these is probably super sufficient. These are just nice because they keep everything just running over, and when I get to the far end, yeah, it's all great as well. What do we got on this for 40k? Cool, so we're about to leave. Oh, integrity check. Yep. 38, 39, 40. Womp, 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 womp. Yes, yes, it's moving. We're going to drag some drones with us if we're not careful. Come on, drone, get out of the way. Womp. There we go. We have to engage to get the test up. Yes, beautiful. And this doesn't have a name either. What are you? The test is the original. Zweihander is there. We've got all these ships and we don't have any names to them. The Cuckoo, that's cute. And what am I on? There we go. The Undying Dodo. The Cuckoo and the Undying Dodo, they seem appropriate for these size ships. I got some people watching, and I've not had a name request in a long time. It's very sad. So we're heading 250, 37 seconds. Yeah, that's plenty fast enough. Could always do something weird and put like other engines here. We keep it really slim. I believe that's still legal. I believe that's still legal as long as you don't block the middle. If that would be bad, this is fine. Although when I mouse over it, I don't see any rules about being blocked. Maybe because they're not blocked. Just stand up the front, get away from the noise. Could I put any other cool lights on it? Not really. Yeah, I think I'm just going to copy this exact design. Put in... Thinking about more lasers. I mean... Back there. I could move the boxes back. I mean, at least... 2 lasers here, maybe. Move the boxes back. And then... I actually need more boxes. There we go, landed. Womp womp. Accidentally eats that. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of dumb of me. I need to ensure that these are covered. I suspect there was something there, and oh no, it was when the ship was a different size. Is that gonna work? Yes, it doesn't get in the way. Good. Out we come. And they're pretty happy. So, what I should do is this as well. Put in like, I don't know, 10. It doesn't really matter, I guess. The annoying thing is eventually these will just entirely fill up with repair packs, but yeah, that's not the end of the world. Oh, come on, guys. Like, there's a beautiful recharger here, and you're all taking your time on this one. Okay, I better make sure I'm on it. Okay, so this one ate a little bit more fuel to get out here, but not that much. Is it a further distance? Where are we? I guess it kind of is. Notionally, actually getting into solar orbit is really hard because you're already traveling very fast in your planetary body. Your body's going around the sun, and you're trying to slow down so you can get closer. So going from Nauvis to solar orbit, I think it'd be a lot harder than going just if you're straight burning from Nauvis out to the belt. But that's just the Kerbal Space Program player in me. Alright, what are we looking at? Oh, we got some ticks yet? No. Oh, we need to do this one. We need to be at 765. Yes, so that's a tick. Just waiting on these boxes to fill. I'll have a little look around. Is there... Oh, there's 13k in there. Okay, so there is plenty. We just need these guys to stop being butts. Actually, would this be better? Oh, well, never mind. I suppose we filled up. Cool, whatevs. When the ship goes... Actually, no, we can't. We have to... No, we have to stop that. When we come back, maybe one day we'll fix that. But for now, these can just be really slow. There's 220 odd robots in there. We have robots in that part of the network, and we have robots in boxes, and heaps of robots. Okay, that's really grand. Now these guys are just happily cranking away. Look at that. Automated signs. So nice. Now the Arcospheres is a whole thing. I've now getting to grips with, having watched a couple of videos about them. So each of these 3D sciences requires different Arcospheres. And if I was smart, I would write this down. So these produce different Arcosphere, zeta, omega, lambda phi. I don't know why there's two of these recipes. Apparently they switch around. But they look identical to me. Lambda and z data, and it produces zeta, theta, epsilon, phi, zeta, theta, epsilon, phi. These ones require theta, gamma, and produce epsilon, zeta, epsilon, phi, producing delta, zeta, theta, omega, gamma, zeta, theta, omega, gamma. So we will have to produce some of these spheres by putting Arcospheres in a machine. 4 of them create up to 8 of these other types. Polarization, so it's 2 different polarization recipes. So we get them polarized into different types of Arcosphere, and then we have to balance them, because you can flip them and rotate them and put them back in the box, because you need all of the types. But if you just run through the same recipes, you end up running from... Oh, okay, well, we're home. Jeez, okay, that was quick. Didn't get to finish my long, boring story about Arcospheres. Alright, yeah, you're pretty happy. Okay. Let's try the Arcosphere ship, which we will do by doing this. And then do we even... What I actually want 2 of these. I want the 96. Actually, no, I don't. Thinking it. Arcospheres are going to be not useful to automate at scale, because yes. $200. No, we actually don't need ammunition. What are you? No, we definitely don't need you. Don't need you or you either. What we want from you is not space injection data. What is this data? Yeah. Okay. And now what we're going to do is probably confuse things. They're not... so we'll do this, and when I put down the blueprint, it will just sit on top. If I put this Maybe I'll do that twice. Something like that. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of power. Yeah, that's heaps of power. Now when I use the blueprint, I should be able to... Oh, I swear, everything always moves in this. Man, it drives me a little potty. Wherever you want to be. Tier shuttle. Oof, that was loud in my ears. Okay, it's basically... Oh, here comes some more. So, we need to sort out where this place is that we're going. Whoop, not that map view. You are going to... Okay, so let's just go in view. No, in view. You are 103. So that's the far destinations thingamy number. You're 103. You're going to... It's on one of these controls. The ship looks very thin now, doesn't it? Oh, it's on 1138. Okay, 1138, 1138. So you will need to go to asteroid field 1138 when your fuel is ready, your signal is good, your charge is good, your gas is good, your rockets are good, your space probes are good. You will go. And then... Oh, you actually don't have a signal for these. When it is 4800 times 2, 9600. Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted it to be extra double sure. When it equals 9600, you can turn around. Okay. So I think that's going to work. We'll leave repairing my personal shuttle for another day. And well, maybe not another day. Yeah, maybe another day. We'll see. Turn around, pump all this stuff out. Pump, pump, pump. Happy, happy, happy. Get on the ship before it leaves. And then see... I mean, what kind of storage have we got here? 746 gigajoules. I mean, that seems like a lot. It seems like enough to get where we need to go, right? And this ship does exist in case I need to rescue myself. So that's... Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well, it's never going to launch, is it? Launch. Okay, so why have you not returned yet? Oh, short on probes. You haven't returned because you're short on probes. But then again, I'm pretty relatively sure that there's already way too much science kicking around. Oh, hang on. Why are we... What? It's coming in there. Why am I requesting it, you dummy? Oh... That's a very, very expensive probes, aren't they? Actually, no, forget that. We'll do that manually sometime. They're just... Yeah, they're just time consuming to make because they require 1,000 blank data cards every time. Okay, I should go a little easy on the game. So those are happy. 3 signals. We just need this to be loaded up and we're good to go. I have a hunch that this is going to be just fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lasers. We're on a pretty good laser tech. So I think we're going to be safe. And I think we can go really fast. Or as fast as the ship can handle. It's 250 seemed about right. And we'll make some slight adjustments at the other end. Because I'd like this to be able to just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the other thing I need to do is go to the Universe Explorer. And so we've explored here. The other places to look at are all places that in theory are going to have Arcospheres as well. Because you have local Arcospheres, and I've pretty much drained them. And we're going to have deep space Arcospheres, which are kind of another pool that I'm almost certainly slowly draining. So some there would be good. In fact, why don't I request in my inventory like 10. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll take some out with me just manually. I don't think I can rely on that location having... you know what? I could just put some Arcospheres here. I want there to be 10, and I want to request 30. Oh no. What are we going to do with the Arcospheres? I don't want to request them. I sort of... I want to get them out of this box and nice and secure. I actually don't know why they would be requested here. That somewhat confuses me. Okay, get that stuff out. What are you on? 50. Actually, you're about. Why aren't you flying? 50. 53. What are we looking at? No? Yes? No? What? Oh, interstellar void to here and that to here. There we go. So we had to just tell the boxes it was still there. Okay, cool. We're flying, we're flying, we're flying. I'll worry about those void boxes later. Test the system. Fly away. Now, is that going to sort itself out? I got to take this out of the system so they don't get looped. And then what I might do is, like, when we build eventually our Arcosphere production, I might isolate that network from everything else so I can load it up with logistics drones. And I'll have a little bridge to bring more logistic drones in, but they're going to need to dedicatedly move a lot of the arcs around between buildings, and I don't want to have to wait, because waiting for items might almost certainly mean that logic gets messed up. That's what I've decided. How are we looking? Yeah, I mean, we're going to eat a few rocks, but I don't think anything too extreme. It's just going to take a little while, that's the only problem. Ugh. It's a good time to name. It's a good time to check your internet. It's also a good time to name the ship. If you have a good name of your own, then please feel free to suggest it. Probably don't need those anymore, but I'm not going to adjust anything just yet. Just turn those off. Okay, yeah, put them all in. Are you actually putting them in that box? Drones, where? What? Where did you... who are you guys? I'm so confused. Did you just dump them into space? Are you all carrying them? No. Logistics system storage. 50. It says it's got 8. I'm super confused. Oh, never mind. Plenty more probes where they came from at 1,000 data cards each. Okay, are we going to be happy at the far end? Okay, so that's all good and happy. Oh, that one's left. Oh, that's good to know. This one is merely waiting on more of these. Fair enough. It's going to be slow business. I actually wonder, is 50 too much to aim for? Could well be. Alright, so that was one of the platforms. That's the same platform. Let's check here. Or was it a different platform? I don't know. So that's the other platform. Seems happy. It's still launching. Good. Actually, let's go to the interstellar map. Dark assemblage. Whoa, where are you? I've been trying to find more aquatite and I can't, which is a little distressing. I mean, we have a lot of ships going back around, a lot of little network. I really like our little network, and that's where we're going to come in and dock 103. And the nice thing is, once we do dock any of the ships here, the generators will kick in and they will charge the ship quite a lot. Speaking of which, we do need to say that the moon data is great. It equals 9600. That's the first thing we need to say. That the location is 1138. And we do also want a charge measure, which do I want to hook it in over to this one? So we'll want charge to be... I'm not going to say just yet. I want to see what it is when we get there. Oh, it's currently... it's down a bit. But when we get there, we'll have a look. And we'll see what the C value is. It's currently sitting at 71. So it's taken 30% charge to get here. So I would say greater than 50. Output a tech. Connect your red input to here. When the ticks equal 3, then you're good to go, because now we have the location, the amount of science, and that we're charged up. Currently on 1 tick, obviously. And charge 66. 1 minute 20. Oh, okay, we're just going to have to wait. If I get this wrong, then we will tell it to leave when it's not got enough energy to do so. But I'm pretty confident that... not there. But at Dark Assemblage, these guys will just absolutely crank out the power for the little ship. So it can do its job safely. And it's using a lot less, you know, it's basically running on solar power most of the time from the home place. It's not running on resources. This one kind of is. It's running on water. And these are slower anyway. Not as fun, not as cool as our big boy. Are these loading up a lot? 50? No, they seem about right. There's some other requested chests here that are fine. We've got an ammunition one that's fuel. Yep, that's all good. Here what I've got is a request for void probes. I've got more Arcospheres to take home. A request for data, and yeah, we'll pull in. Actually, we're just gonna put this up to like 20,000 or whatever it was, right? Not that it'll hit that, but these are ready to go as soon as they get the data, the science probe things, deep space probes. 46 seconds. Charges at 57. Ooh. I mean, it might be that we could jam one more. No, I think we'd struggle to get another accumulator in here. I feel like one more accumulator would be amazing. You could go kind of like, not really. You could go like that to there, but that does nothing for us. The projectors I think are needed. We are having rocks get pretty close, so we don't want to have the repaired ship all the time. 32 seconds. 53 charge. So it won't exactly need a lot of extra charge, but it will need some. So it might, occasionally they might get stuck there. And if it gets a lot of hits on the shield, that'll also eat charge as it recharges. 53. I think I'm going to have to say like charge of 60% or higher. And that'll be the logic to turn it around and send it home. Eek, so close. But this has worked really well. There's been no point in taking solar panels with us really. They're just not as effective as the 4 accumulators you get instead. I almost wonder if this would be... No, it's probably not good to remove. Actually, could maybe remove one at the back. How many of these kills got? 8, 21, 8. Charge 47. I think that's okay. The ship is safe like this. It's not really taking any hits. These things are shooting a lot. It's all good. If anything, I'd just move one of these to here so I have slightly more upfront lasers. Why can't you anchor? Are you not called... 103 to 103? Ah, of course, derp. 103 to 103. Ah, okay, cool. We came back again. Very nice. What I'm gonna do is tear this up and put it here. And also we need to tear up our little tiny little nub. Our little tiny nub. We're gonna put it down here so I got a little walkway. If it'll let me out. There we go. Beautiful. So, ship is looking pretty sweet. What are we looking like for... Yes, that's all really good. Are there any... There's 200 drones in here. So why are they not doing what I've told them to do? I do have the Arcosphere requesting that I want. Sorry. Or do I just put a separate box? Yeah, let's put a separate box up here. Give me cool Arcospheres. I want 40 of them. How many can this box fit? 48. I want 48 of them at all times, pal. Little Arcosphere jaunt going on there. That's coming out here. This is loading this way. Arcosphere collectors. Sure, we already talked about that. Interstellar void probes. Well, we have interstellar void probes. Oh well, they're oh, I see. They just did they immediately make it out? I might have. Kind of want to make this as fat as the other one because I keep bumping into the other thing. So if we made it as fat, it would be. Yeah, that looks appropriately dock-like to me. So, yep. Science is coming in. Oh, the charge. Look, it's because it's networked in, it's got fully charged up. Looking at 2 of 3 ticks. It just needs the science. It's got some of these. Oh, those did get emptied. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stay on the ship so I don't miss the next ride home, because it's also the fastest ride home. These are happy. How much more of these do we have? A lot. Not a lot, because we're going to have to wait for some launches in theory. Actually, do we? Yeah, we do. Why have these already launched? Yes, they must have. Oh yeah, there's the Arcosphere ones. Yeah, they already... Have we already... We haven't had 10 launches, have we? Or 8 launches already? I find that a little hard to believe. Do we need any generic storage? Oh, now this is having a bit of a fit. No, it seems pretty happy. How much is in here? Alright, so it's just generically moving stuff around. Actually, how many Arcospheres do we have in the box now? Oh, 29. That's pretty sweet. I think in total... No, we don't see them as a production item, so I can't see them that way. But in total, we have about 30. That must be close to 40, 50. Apparently, we need at least 100 to get going with the Arcospheres. But yes, this is so cool. I think you can see here. This is very slowly cranking away, and it's just totally topped up all of these things because these are all on a separate power network. I've kept the docks entirely separate, network-wise and power-wise, from the rest of the station, because what tend to happen is these guys just drain all their steam powering up the slot, which is kind of dumb. Yeah, don't know what else to say about it really. So this antimatter reactor would just they would just use all their steam and then they couldn't leave because these are steam powered. So very high temperature steam goes through a high temperature turbine and yeah, generates lots of electricity. These things are just battery powered. They're just a giant battery powered watch. And they have heaps of electricity, so I don't think we need to... Oh, I do need to change that value. I wanted to make it at least 65. That felt like a safe amount. It's currently sitting on basically 100% charged. Now all we need is for this to go, but I think... Can we afford to put one at... Well, Can we afford to put one of these here as well? No, we have one on the ship. It should be plenty, like. So this power network, it's got 2 gigawatts of power at any one time, so it wouldn't hurt to give it a bit more charge capacity. And hopefully then the drones visit it a little bit. There they go. Because when they don't, they take longer to charge on these things. They can't live in these things, and these things have a different footprint. They don't have a green construction, they're only logistics. But they are pretty sweet. They charge in an instant when they're on them. See? Done. So what are we looking at now? We've got 5,900 data sciencey things. I love the look of these rockets taking off. They're just such great art. Unfortunately, we're eclipsing there a little bit, but occluding. If I did that, it would probably be better. One of them's taking off first. That's kind of funny. They were pretty much loaded at about the same time. Nope, vanished. Here is our, in case you haven't seen it, our beautiful Nacritite production. So I'm not using LTN or any of my normal train mods for this. I probably should have. It would have made life easier. Your cargo's empty. What are you doing? But I am just telling them to come in. They unload. They go to this depot station is next on the list. And if there is a next available... Oh, there we go. That's why. If there's a station available after that, they carry on. And we've got a little buffer here for trains returning and a little buffer up here for outbound trains. And sometimes they'll wait. And I did manage to do the signal so that nothing crashes into each other. Because this is just a little solo track. It didn't feel appropriate to have a 2-lane track all the way out here. This is like a wild space monorail kind of thing. I even could have two-headed the train, but didn't see any point for that. This works effectively, just little loops. The little loops keep them away from the rest of the network as well, so they can top up. And there's sulfur trains here, and there's a little logic so that when the tanks are basically not full, then it will disable the train station. So the sulfur train just sits there, as you may have noticed, not going anywhere most of the time. Every now and then it takes a load of sulfur out. And the big shuttles, the big ships we've got, see, this one's going to wait. The big ships we've got, they bring sulfur out to this network, and they bring ammunition for the asteroid defense guns, or meteor defense guns, and they bring fuel for the reactors, both the nuclear and the antimatter. I should probably just tear up the nuclear, but it's not a biggie. Doesn't really matter if it just sits there forever until this place is drained, really. In fact, it's probably easier to dismantle than the atomic reactor later as these stocks get low. But these are all, it's very high fuel demand here because these are all massively beaconed, or very high production demand. Yeah, I was doing efficiency and then I decided not to. So why be efficient when you can just build a bigger nuclear reactor? Yeah. So yeah, these are the 2 reactors sitting side by side. As you can see, weights. This one is probably gonna just hang out here for a second because I suspect that... No, it's not. It is going to wait for the return train, though. Yeah, they know what they're doing. I just love that logic. It works so well. So, 8.2k, so we're pretty close to seeing this lot depart. Are they ready to go again? Oh, they go pretty quick. I do wonder, though, they should have their own high-capacity charger over here as well. Where can I put it that doesn't... Okay, that doesn't cause any problems. Good. Yeah. Get back on the ship in case it leaves. Cool, another one of these has turned up. And these here, the lights are measuring the steam in these ships because they actually don't use a vast amount per trip, But if they do take a while to load, so there's always potential of something going a bit wrong and steam draining. And also removing the steam and water outputs doesn't really increase or decrease the size of the ship. They're still massive ships, relatively massive ships. I like them. I've been thinking about using trains on the ships as well. So trains, you can actually load a train into the ship and then load it off again. I've done experiments so that I know it does actually work and how to set it up. Usually I've found you need to travel with the ship at least once, just for it to know the stations at each end, because LTN at my train management mod won't work with it. So you can load trains on and off, but I'm not exactly sure of the point. Like, yeah, this little loading thing takes a little while, but on the other hand, I get to carry 512 and 512, which is way more than the trains will take. And it saves me a bunch of fuel if I'm taking 2 big chests home. In this case, I'm carrying essentially, 9600, so it's kind of 1 chest. Is this 96? No, these are 48, 48, 48, 48. So I think I'm actually carrying, not quite equivalent, but I'm carrying a pretty big load here. And these science is just less in demand than the Equitite. How close are we? Oh, very close. Good. And the beautiful Arcospheres. Can I put some lights out? It's very dark around here at night. Oh, we've gone. Alright, some of the time. Alright, cool. Flying home. Hey, 6 people watching. My goodness, it's like a world record. So, in case you don't know, I'm playing Factorio. I'll do a little tour while we're flying. So we're playing Factorio with the Space Exploration mod. And this is my little unnamed ship. If you've got a name for it, chuck it in. Chuck it in chat. I've got 3 of them. 1 for deep space science and other sciences. Ugh. So, some of you might be interested in seeing other parts of the base. Oh dear, tickled throat. Ugh. So in space exploration, it is what it says. There is space and there are planets, and Nauvis is the home planet. So in my game, this is what Nauvis looks like. It's quite a big city grid. This is actually the full size of the planet here, so you'll be able to see the kind of scope. And it's, I'd say, about half covered in grid right now. It's a little bit crazy. There's... oh dear. Send that one up. Yeah. There is a lot of production here, and it's all city belt based using the LTN, or city grid based using the LTN mod manager, or LTN train manager. So I really like grids. I really like city grids. All you have to do is use a rate calculator, set up your production. Oh, that took a while. Set up your inputs, so what's coming in, and then set up your and have a place for the outputs, and then make sure you've got enough of everything, and then away you go. Oh, these are old. Huh, funny. There's some quite old tech here. I should really go through, especially on red and blue chips, and mess with the modules. There's some Corvarax that's kind of all stalled out because I have near infinite amounts of stuff I want. In fact, this is my actual proper Corvarax setup down here, and it's backed up really enormously, like, yeah, vast amounts, 51,000, and then all of this, and then all around we have, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're moving rocket parts. Well, fair enough. We have a lot of mining production, just kind of everywhere we can. We're producing tons of mining. You can get out of here. They're all flashing for modules, but I don't really have them. Oh wow. Okay, these are relatively new down here. And it looks like we've eaten all of them, which is a touch distressing. Let's just say, just get rid of everything here as you need it. Cool. Whoop. Press the button enough, eventually I get back. What about down here? How's it looking? Oof. Okay. Wow. Right. This is kind of terrible. I'm probably going to have to come back at some point, probably off air, and further expand our resource gathering network. What's it like over here? This was... Whoop. Well, this stuff was relatively new. Okay, yeah, there's still a fair amount of resource here. So yeah, there's a fair amount of resource. What else I have is the world of Agni. Agni produces all of the high temperature stuff. This stuff called vulcanite, and it's very useful. And it also produces holmium, I think, holmium mineral. Why are you not going anywhere? You should be working. You short on water? There's not even water in the pipes. That's unusual. Water, where are you? Actually, seriously, where is the water? Oh, here? What? Okay, what's going on? Okay. That water's happy. Water, water, water. Water, water, water. I'll follow the pipe and figure it out. Oh. Okay. What chests do we have here? Okay, so we do have some small ones. Will that help? Yes. Yeah, okay. So that wasn't taking any more water supplies because it's currently full of junk. And now it'll empty it. And finally, more water will return and production will increase once more. Why don't we take this opportunity to just nuke these because they're not really needed. Yeah. Weird. We might need to fix that later on. There's a dearth of those cargo landing pads or cargo pieces there. Could we just add more removal? There's heaps in storage. Why are you not moving them? Because we have a total of 50 logistics drones. Okay, that explains quite a bit. Alright, how are you going, ship? Got another minute? Cool, we're actually getting closer. So Agni needs to have some logistics drones. And where do we send stuff for Agni? Here it is. So Agni, take maybe 200. They're on their way. Good. Right, and what else have we got out there? So we've done Agni, Nalvis, Rose. This was settled relatively late. This one has biters, and so I've had to wall off chunks of this world. What are you complaining about? Why would you do that? Just... Just why would you take the repair chest out of the... Okay, that's just dumb. I don't know why it's doing that. But this is has biter meteors. There's usually an attack pretty regularly. But nothing's really broken through so far. It's been pretty good. I could, usually what I like to do now and then is just come along and I think these walls need to be a bit thicker. Basically these rat trap things. Helps to slows down the biters and makes them a little more stupid with their pathing. Okay, now hopefully the drones do that rather than doing these weird loops. Are they doing it anywhere else? Holy. Okay. Oh, look, they're just doing... I mean, I thought that once they're in there, then you don't have to worry about the repair pack anymore. I'm just trying to make the repair packs available. But this is just doing my head in now. That's weird. Do I need to put a different chest there? Because I was having all these complaints that we didn't have enough repair packs, but I was pretty confident we did. So I remain slightly confused. Maybe if they were green chests, that would help. I think the green chests the drones will pull the repair packs out of, and they will request for. I don't know. Oh look, it's just everywhere, isn't it? You silly things. Ugh, fix that another time. So, we must be almost back now. We are almost back. And then we will dock and everything will unload and it will be happy times. And I find it weird that we managed to keep all of these. I do find that odd. Might have to keep an eye on that and see what's going on. So what is the charge looking like? 42%. So this one has been a slightly more painful trip. Okay, oh right, yeah, we better do unloading station. Oh, look at that. The book has vanished again. No, that's the wrong one. We want the space one. No. Ugh, just space. There it is. Loading. So I will have to actually go through and pipe the all of the stations in so that the requesters can pull the data as it loads out of the ships. But that's a pretty easy job. I think they're mostly ready to go at the science builds. I just have to find the right ones. Oh, okay, come on. No, we do this. Get the big one in. Do 25,600 or whatever it was. Deep space this. Request from buffer and yoink. Right. Now that's pretty brilliant. Those are all working really, really well. Do I just... I think I do for now. Request from buffer all the Arcospheres that you can find under the sun. And stick them in a box. It's just... How many have we got in total? 17 and 11? We're doing okay. This thing really needs to be repurposed. This needs to be my very high speed personal craft that takes me a really long way and helps me settle new worlds. Which means it might need steam, which I'm kind of I'm pretty 50-50 on. At least I could take with me antimatter reactors, and that way the antimatter reactor can charge up my ship and I don't have to worry about steam at all. I just have to worry about crossing the void, which I can do with enough storage, because otherwise you just run out of steam if you park too long at a single base. Yeah, your generator just runs all the time, helping the base's power. Okay, that's slowly filling up. Is it going to do it in a balanced way? I think so. Oh, UPS is dropping. It's just got one on each of them. That's pretty balanced. Oh, one of the things I've realized is we should... is it the end of the world? I was just going to say, we should make sure to not depart until... We should do this for all of them. They shouldn't depart until... this is empty, because they could just take off right now. What are you looking at? 4. You need to actually be 6. Okay, so we better... I don't want to go for a trip, so we have to do this remotely. So what we need is 4 green signal in, and we need the science... the space science. No. Space science has to equal 0, and then we send the tick. And we'll send the tick. Oh, red wire. We're on 4. So we're in the right place. Charge is good. Gas is good. Them are good. Oh, we don't have enough of these yet. That's fine. And now we've got 4 left. So as soon as they're out, that's a tick. 5, 6. Okay, cool. So that's a good thing. We should probably add to all of them. So all the science is out. Some of it, much of it's actually been taken by other bits and bobs. Oh. Why are you... What? Where are you... Where are you taking the science to? Ah, here. Okay, that's fine. So, eventually we will just cancel these. There must be some in storage as well. And we'll no longer rely on delivering all of this by drone, because it's slow. Only 10. No, that's fair. Oh, yeah, that's for the arcs. No, that probably is fair. They're really, 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 really time consuming and expensive to build. So that ship's fine. That's going to load. Fine, fine, fine. We need to find space for another one of these, which is there. 6. And it needs to know the count of the... Yeah, this is the orbital science, the asteroid belt science. So asteroid belts, no, not the science, not that. The science should equal 0. Output a tick. Yes. And then send that into here along with everything else. It's got 5. Because that's setting up 1, so that only needs 1 more, and it's happy chappy. And finally, you will do the same thing, but with solar science. Yes, so we take that input and we say solar science. I find it helps to talk to myself through this. I wonder if you're a programmer, do you talk to yourself as well when you do your programming, or are you better than me at this? No, oh no, 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 6. Did we stop it in time? Okay. Yeah, whatevs. It can just go. It'll go and come back. Fine. Don't mind. How are we looking over here for this lot, production-wise? It's just time. It's just slow. It's just hard. What are we doing? I actually need that to be more like 10,000 because that's only 10 probes. And this is, yeah, the whole thing's running really slow right now. I'm not quite sure why. So there are more solar probes, but that's because the solar probe is not here. That's that probe, which is pretty straightforward. The interstellar void probe, also fine. What are you looking for? Oh, you've got all your weird stuff. Arcosphere collector is super mega fine. Alright, that's cool. Well, you know what, that's a pretty good time for us to probably finish. Hey, can't you put repair packs into the roboports? No, you can, but it seems like the requester, Josh, the requester order pulls it out of the roboport again, which I didn't think was a thing. Oh, fourth world, fourth, fifth, whatever. Fornax. Is it happy? It seems to be happy. I always like to check. Yep, it's all fueled up. Are you happy? Yeah, you're happy. Are you full of sulfur? Yes, you are. Fuel is full. Yes, that's full. I even ship in by single rocket nuclear fuel and ammunition and space capsules. I don't know almost why I do that. I have just so many space capsules. It's completely ridiculous. They just swamp my network. Like, how many space capsules have I produced in the last... In all time, I've produced 13,000 space capsules. And I've launched 53,000 rockets, which is crazy. Yeah, so that was the fourth world, and then the final world, other than the asteroid belts, which you've seen, is Calipo, which is an ice world. And I need to go out there actually at some point and put in, which I'll probably do offline, and put in another slush rocket. Because right now I've got piles of cryonite slush, and I ship it by rocket in barrels, and it's kind of a slow process, and there's high demand for cryonite to cool all of my cooling fluids, but everything else seems to be working here. I have nuclear reactor out here too because it's so far from the sun, so it does get gets a little icy, and not much solar power gets generated, and also the nights are really, really long. So if I go to power production, you get these really long, like you can see here in a 1 hour period, the flat solar panels are up for a while, but then they're down for like 15 or 20 minutes or something, and steam turbines have to kick in, which is pretty fun. So I think the plan now, and I'd need more Arcospheres for one, and this ship will continue to go out. I think my goal for the next episode is to rebuild this. I might even add more engines. I'm not too sure. I don't need as many chests. I'm not going to bother with solar panels. Maybe. Yeah, I think I won't, because I'm just not going to spend the time. I'm going to be going so fast, I'll hardly spend the time in solar orbit, so I'll be out in the deep space where there's no solar. So I'll have something like 20 or 30 Naquium accumulators, and I'll take out in my pocket, essentially, the ingredients for a couple of nuclear reactors, and we'll just go and... Yeah, I've got the other things I need. If I can find... Actually, let's have a look at the Universe Explorer. So I just need places with water ice, and I can pretty much set up a little colony in each one of them, a tiny colony, just to... the ship's coming back and forth. Just to extract Arcospheres. It'd be nice if they were like these ones, where there is... That's a long way away. That's a long way away. Can I do some kind of logic control so I only use the generators when the power is low? I don't know. I'm sort of thinking. Yeah, I could. I could put a pump on the end of a steam containing tank. But I do want to get out to these places and get some Arcosphere movement going. But I mean, what could I do? I mean, it'd have to be a beefy version of that ship. No, it doesn't have to be as big as this, but I could put, like if I put a pump here in this type of design, and then I said only run when the charge is low, then when I got somewhere and I plugged into the atomic network, the pump would stop and then the steam would stay. Yeah, that'll work, eh? That's a good idea. And then all I have to do is worry about putting in some boxes for arc collectors, putting in a huge stack of engines to make it go fast, and taking some fuel out. I'm not even sure that I need 3 of these. Like, I need 1 of these. I mean, it's hard to tell. I'm not sure I've ever seen this full draw, so I don't think it ever needs to. So I could maybe slim this down a little, because this whole thing is quite big. But this will go a really, really, really long way with this amount of fuel, and with this much steam for power. It goes just forever. I mean, I could give it its own reactor. If I gave it its own reactor, would that be sensible? Then when it gets somewhere, it just powers wherever it's at and it could charge things up. Because it would be like, I can make a kind of a mothership. Sort of, I'm having big thinks. If you have big thinks yourself, let me know what you reckon. Do we create some kind of mothership? I kind of wish I could just... I'm not going to try and carve all of them out. I won't be able to do it evenly, and it'll really bug me that they won't look the same. I always like to be a bit of space around the ships. Makes them look a little less weird, sitting in their own little empty void, right? That looks kind of cool. This looks a little weird when they're docked. So, yeah, maybe I'll fiddle with that offline. But, yeah, I'm interested in anyone's big things here. Do I send a ship out with, massive ship? We've now got the capacity to build, like, quite big ships. So, like, 3 times as big as this ship. And we could put a nuclear reactor, an atomic, well, no, yeah, we could put a small reactor in it. And that would be more than enough to power a bunch of accumulators. And then I don't have to worry about shipping atomic fuel everywhere and returning it, because it'll just be on the ships. And then the ships themselves, because I'll probably build 2 or 3 of them, will only stay out where the arc reactors are. And they won't need to stay very long, because the arc builds are really small. And I won't have to ship water around. And I won't have to do water. Yeah, okay, I think I've convinced myself. I won't have to do water and ice mining at each location, because the ship will bring some water of its own with it. And when it comes back, it'll just top itself back up again. Yep. Okay, I'm going to have to build an atomic reactor ship. And that will also be like a real in-game ship anyway. It'll last forever. I'll be able to go anywhere across the galaxy, mine Arcospheres, and then rip back again. Really easy to set up. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Oh, did we get you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Yeah. 3, so it's got to empty, that's got to fuel up. Oh no, these have got to empty and top up. Yes. Okay, wow, right. So the next episode is going to be Arcosphere arc building. So some massive ship. We'll tear all this ship down. We'll know that's for sure. And we'll probably have to build it like over here somewhere. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. So in the meantime, I hope you drop some comments if you've found this interesting. If you've got any extra ideas, stuff you want to explore, or ideas for me, or names for ships, just bung them in the comments below, and we will get to naming, because there's a few that are due names. All the ones with TPS on them I've named. The ones without TPS I haven't named. Peggy helped me name these two, and then all these others got built. So yeah, hit me with your best shot. I will catch you again soon, hopefully in the next episode. Good night.